Here goes nothing. Is it working? Nope. Looks like YouTube is indeed working. Alright then, how do I do this again? Like this. And yeah, OBS is gonna start freaking out for a sec. Yada. Content. No. Where is it? Live streams. That's the one. Alright, live stream subscriber. Creating the and then here. That ought to do it. No, this has to stop. Now back to where it matters. So let's see here. For anyone that's already here, my plan here is to start with the petals. At least they're the most recognizable part. Whew. Oh no, that's not good. Something like this. So let's have a curve to it too. So maybe like this. Sheesh, I hate it. Well, okay, it's not too bad. I don't know where this curve came from. Like so. Ought to be better. See if anybody's already here. Looks like it. Hi, Neo. So let's see. Right, let me show you. This is how oh, hang on. You two should go here. This is how a burgeoning spiderwort normally looks like from up top. Like this is directly 90 degrees. And it's pretty unrecognizable. So I think I'm gonna have to do something creative. Because like for us, if we see this, we can kind of identify that it's a burgeoning spiderwort. But imagine somebody new to the series, this will be completely unreadable. Which means I'm gonna have to get creative somehow. So I'm starting with the petals because I think that's gonna be the most readable part. Something like this. Let's try this petal. It'll do. Yeah, I think it'll do. And now the part around it. This will. Hang on. Yeah, if I also want to add a petal here, then. Actually, let's get on that first. Perfectly aligned. That was useless. Let's see if this. Ugh. You know what? That could be worse, actually. So let's do something of the sort. It's okay-ish, right? Hey, you're meant to be symmetrical and aligned. There we go. As for you two, you're meant to be symmetrical too. There. No, that's a bit more petal-shaped, I think. Not too bad so far, but this is the easy part. I'm not even sure if I want to do these ones here. Because like, they're not really recognizable, are they? I mean, look at them without context. What are these? So I guess I'll just move. I guess I'll just go ahead and do something else. I gotta imagine, after the berries are gone, what is this gonna look like? So I've gotta put some thought into it. It's gonna be like a lot of random shrubbery around here. But let me see if there's some image on the wiki that's already Oh, yeah, there we go. Here's one without anything, and it's super hard to see. I'm sorry if this causes Inkscape to start flashing violently. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find one. Oh, this is good. Wish I could share it. Oh, wait, there's an easy way. Let me just save in case Inkscape crashes. There we go. I see, so it's just... Oh. Been approaching this a bit weird. Wait, hang on, that's a bit of an optical illusion, isn't it? Look at these. These are white. Like, the outermost ones are white, and the innermost ones are as well. But then you go to the Wistful Wild and... Wait, this is not the Wistful Wild. Whatever. These ones are white. These ones aren't. I want my money back, Nintendo. Wait, don't tell me this is actually a different model. I will actually go to Japan. So, if these are going to be different, I mean, they are if we want to. We just know there are going to be 4 random petals here holding the spiderworts, and these ones around. And after that, yeah, there's nothing else really. So, this is like, hang on. Right, so these petals are just here, and these ones go all the way towards the center. So that means I'm gonna have to do something along these lines. More or less going towards the center. You can snap, you know. Bit stretched. Not entirely a fan. So let's do something like this. Ugh, of course he already broke. What? I don't want chungus. I want normal. Damn you. No, that's not... What? Inkscape just freaked out. I think some option is missing here. Regarding snapping. At least it's not... Wait, hang on. That's because the grid was invisible. There we go. Yeah, that solved a very small part of our problems. And so much work just for this petal. But it's okay, see? Because I'm gonna cut it midway through. Give me a sec. Okay. So I want to make sure this was the midway point. And you can define then this and cut. When we're content with this shape, we can clone it and put it below. Some berries should be above and some should be below the sprite. Well, yes, if each berry were individual. At this current state, I do not want them to be individual. I want them to be baked into the burgeoning spiderwort object itself. I'm not sure if I want to change that sometime in the future, but for the time being, you gotta think of the burgeoning spiderwort a bit as a nugget pile. So like, you've got a state where it's fully full, a state where it only has like 3/4 done, half done, a quarter done, and empty. That's more or less the idea I want to go for. At least it's easier to develop because, you know, it's just a repurposed nugget pile. So if I actually wanted to make a raw burgeoning spiderwort with all of its logic, that would be hell, actually. In fact, this is going to be, I'm afraid to admit it, but it's going to be the simplest object in the entire update. Like, by far. It's super gimped. Like, it's not going to have the growth you see in the canon games. The Pikmin are not going to be able to climb it. The graphics for how many berries there are left are going to be super simple. You cannot mix berries. It's... I don't know, I hope I can change that in the future, but for the time being, it's just going to be too difficult of a project to tackle, and I really want to get the objects done. So maybe one day. Let's create the other ones. You know what? I might be able to just cheat this in some way. Wait, they connect to the center, don't they? Which means I can probably do this. That looks stupid. That doesn't look better. What if I do this? That looks okay, actually. But they're meant to connect all the way back here, so... Okay, you two broke, didn't you? Fine. Just because I want things to be symmetrical, let's cut you up again. Be down here again and join. Join. Okay, now this is starting to look a bit better. Because now I can actually grab this one, duplicate it, move it all the way over here. Now what? A rotation isn't gonna be enough, I don't think. Let's put it... You know what? You should really be a different color. There we are. And... I don't know, move it like here and rotate. No, first of all, actually, let's shrink it a bit. Now we rotate. It's not gonna match exactly, but for the sake of... Actually, that's more or less it. Let's see the reference again. They don't all add up to the same point, so I just stop wherever they feel like. In that case, I think I'll do something similar. Just below. Boop, 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 boop. Guess in retrospect, this one shouldn't have gone that far, but look, it's fine if they're not all exactly the same. Plus, perspective is gonna ruin everything, is it? And now the other one in the opposite spot. You aligned, you are aligned. Where is this opposite spot of legend? Dang it. Grab out the rulers, folks. It's like 11 pixels. Ah, one off. That's not right. No. There. Wow, perfect fit. Would you look at that? Well, I don't care about what the original screenshot says, I just want this flower to be aligned. Whoops. Let me just put them back at 100% opacity. Okay, this is looking not super. But hey, we're just starting, right? As for the petals at the outermost rim, could we make them any thicker or something? I think there are going to be dead spots and we just have to accept that. They connect here, so that means this little bubble is going to have to... Okay, I see what's up. Which means you are going to have to go like down here as well. Each of these are going to have to give the impression that they're connected to a circle like this. In fact, I might as well just draw the circle now. This circle is going to represent... That's a bit off center. Maybe in red. It's going to represent this... the connecting point of this little olive here. I could even probably draw the whole olive. But let's stick to this for now. Thick! Hey? Oh, okay. 3 viewers, huh? No gear. So, this is also gonna quote-unquote connect. This one is connected, this one is too. That's passable, actually. I'll put it a bit darker. Do you look better? Just trying to see how it looks in my mind. Or how it's gonna look in the final product. Not bad. Yeah, you can actually see yeah, if you know what you're looking for, you can definitely see the Virginia spiderwort forming. Look at that. This should probably be connected a bit closer, but I think for now it's okay. Let's grab these two and clone them. Actually, I'm gonna grab this one as well, so it's gonna be easier for me to reference them. There we go, perfect. That's a good looking plant. All colorful. Time for this. And now, regarding this part, I'm not gonna make it all stretched out like this. It's gonna be a waste of space. Think about it, you're playing, here's Olimar, here's the Virginia spiderwort you care about, and then there's just this crane hanging on. Ridiculous. Can't have that. So, perhaps I'm gonna do the olive as well. Not as long, though. Something like this. Centered. That's pretty much centered. Actually, might as well keep this around. gonna be useful for a lot of things. You are gonna be like this, and maybe like this. Probably not super the best. It doesn't really look like it's very circled, is it? Well, I mean, there's also a problem here, where it should be doing something along these lines. There, it does look smoother now, but not by a whole lot. Well, these parts don't help. That any better? I mean, it's passable for top down. Actually, you know what? It's just passable in general. Yeah, it looks like a bit of a berry here, which, you know, kind of makes some anatomical sense. Now, the part I'm not liking is... Oh, it's because I did this all wrong. This is not symmetrical at all. That's okay too. We can fix that. Boom. Move it over here. Connect. Perfect. Did it break? Bah! It kind of broke. What? Hang on. I just saw you. Oh, there you are. Oh, look at this. Damn it, escape. I'm gonna put it like here, and the other one's gonna have to be symmetrical. Look, it doesn't have to be symmetrical, but I want the graphics to at least be a bit tidy. Not like it's gonna matter at this scale. The user is just gonna see it this scale. But, you know, it makes it easier to edit in the future. I already had a lot of trouble with the candy pop buds, since they weren't perfectly perfect. The lighting comes from the top right last time I checked the SVGs. I disagree. It comes from the top left, actually. I mean, I did it for the nectars, also sneak peek. But apparently it was already from the top left from the billiards ball. But if you know of any object that's lit from the top right, let me know please, because I actually want to change that. Make them all consistent. It's not gonna matter because, like, even in the engine proper, if you just collect the ball and it's like this way, there goes the lighting. But at least we can have some consistency. I mean, this is a passion project after all. So let's be pretty. Now over here. I think that's enough for the little olive that's gonna hold them. What I can do now is give it this bit of a rough shape. These little loose ends, they really look like leaves. So much for the symmetry, if I'm just gonna break it now. Let's just improvise a bit. Bad. Do not do that again. Better? Perhaps. Okay, let's calm down. Let's establish some fixed points, more or less here. Now we can start breaking. You are all like this, so I can actually break you without fear of breaking anything. That doesn't look better, does it? Oh god. It looks like a snagrid now. Snagrid. If you take this middle eye out. Oh damn, it actually looks like a Pileated snagrid. There we go, folks. I hope you like my Pileated snagrid live stream. Oh jeez. Could just leave it as it is right now, actually. Yeah. Let's keep going as it is, then we'll come back to it. Stem. It's gonna need some stem, that's for sure. Better be a bit thick, so people can identify that it is indeed a stem. About this thickness? Right! Looks like I've got dinner ready. But the leaves at the bottom, I can replicate those. But I think around this length, that should be good. Like if the base is here, and the actual part that matters is here, yeah, that's not... Yeah, that doesn't make the object too big. You gotta keep in mind the, whatchamacallit, the bounding boxes as well. Or the, well, the sphere, the circle that dictates the radius of the object. If it's too big, then it's, you know, gonna be covering a lot of empty space here and here. And if it's all this big, then yeah, the sphere is gonna have to be this big, which means a lot of dead space. It's probably not gonna look good. Or act good. Just gonna real quick find a nice spot to stop on. Or not stop, pause. No, but this is a kind of a circle. Oh, that looks good. It's just gonna go all this length until it stops here at the base. The curvature here, I'm gonna have to use some clever lighting to make it really convincing. Then I'll add the leaves here. And after that, we can do the berries. I want this thing to be swaying. What else am I gonna need? Swaying. I don't think it has animations for getting hit, so we don't have to worry about that for now. Maybe one day in the future. No, no more weird hitboxes. Tired of those. Let's see. The berries, I'm gonna have to have one sprite for each berry count. More or less. Actually, yeah, pretty much. I can't get away with that because there's only like 6 states. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And in terms of number of berries. Blah blah blah. Actually, let me see in the code. Real quick. What kind of stuff I'm gonna need in terms of animations. Actually, in terms of states, it only has like... Wait, oh, that's not it. Pile. You guys can probably see the code because Inkscape is on the way. Oh, it's just gotta stay for idling, nothing else. In the future, I might just make it so that you can customize the script for this. But for now, it's just gonna have to be fixed in the code. So just idling animations, huh? Well, okay, it works. Because like the current feature set also works for the berries you see in mission mode. If we want berries that work like in story mode, then yeah, we're gonna need logic for mold, logic for growing, logic for, you know, mixed berries, all that good stuff. And that's gonna be a pain. So let's just keep it simple for now. I think actually, the more I look at this, the less I like it. This should be thicker. Really sell that it's a stem. I mean, it's not gonna be a tiny little twig holding all of this up. You should be like here, and aligned like so. And symmetrical. Perfect. Right then, in that case, I'll take a quick break to grab dinner. I'll be back in like 15 or 20 minutes. Let's just... over here, sure. Butte. That's not right. Leave a little sneak peek. Could probably disable the grid. Alright then, I'll see you guys in a bit. Better mute my mic. How do? There we go. Here I am again, everyone. Sorry for the violent flashing. It's just how it is. Really don't think I can come up with a better solution. Meh. And welcome, Super K-Man. Right then, where were we then? Right, the stem, now that I'm looking at it a bit more, this probably needs to go a bit more to the left. It's a good thing about it, you can just stretch at will. That should be okay for the base plant. Let's just do a couple of leaves here and there. A little bit of an abstract shape. That's alright. Just a happy little accident, as a certain artist would put it. Now I want to do... hang on. It's gonna be a bit... no. I want... damn it! I want the two of you here. And you are gonna be a bit like this. And you, quite the contrary, gonna be like this. No, wrong. In that case you have to be a bit lower. You too. A bit like so. And a bit like so. That looks leaf-like. Thanks, Neo. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's do another one of those. No, too much. Like so. Don't want to go too much out of bounds to the left. Actually, yeah, I'm probably going to be a bit more conservative. I'll do it like this. No, hang on, that's not... is it? Like this. A bit lost. There we go. That's what I wanted. And here's... I'll explain my thought process, but if we put a smaller leaf here, because I want to do 3 leaves. That sounds good. I mean, 1, 2, 3, right? And I want them to be random sizes-ish. This one's more like medium, this one's going to be a bit thicker, and I want to put a small one. So, since I'm going to have to put a small one, because I decided so, I'll do it to the left, because that means that the graphic will be this, instead of this, because of a big leaf at the left, right? So that ends up saving a bit of space, both on disk and on RAM and everything, and everybody wins. That's why being careful and attentive to detail is always worth it. And a bit like this and that. Marvelous. Your turn. I wonder if I can make them a bit more asymmetrical. Like so. Wow, they are so detailed for something you cannot even understand. This one looks kind of bad. Was it pretty much exactly 20 minutes? I'm actually sort of happy about that. Yeah, I just had a clock. I timed it exactly for 20 minutes. I'm a fraud. I mean, not really, but could have. I'm not entirely a fan of this. I think it should be a bit like this. Is that better? Because it looks like a crystal. Doesn't really look like a leaf. I think it's too thick. Well, that just makes it look like an arrow, doesn't it? I think I know what the problem is. It's gotta be a bit, yeah, a bit slimmer here as well. And now it can go back to being a bit thicker. No leaves want to get big. Never. Okay, the leaves are actually kind of important, so I want to see if I can invest some more time into them. Because the leaves, for anybody that never played the game before, are going to be what actually indicates them, or indicates to the player that this is indeed a plant. Because if you just look at this, it's garbage. But if you look at that, it's, yeah, I mean, that's a plant. I'm still not happy with the thickness of this. But if we look at the official art, yeah, it's very slim. So, well, I guess we just have to deal with it, huh? Let's put the center here and let's grow it a bit, because I really want them to be readable from afar. That's kind of stuff you have to keep in mind while developing. Really don't want to make this any bigger, but here goes. Ugh. What if... oh, that's not too bad either. Yeah, you're probably better off like that. Yeah, alright, they look better. And remember, they're not even textured yet. But let's just see what happens at 50%. So the farthest zoom in-game. Or not quite, but more or less. I don't need that guy anymore. Well, it's trespassing a bit over this line, so it's also a bit hard to see that. Can I toggle that? I believe there's a button that allows me to toggle the page borders. That's snapping. Well, but it doesn't matter. I think it's fairly readable. Plus, you gotta remember this is 50%. I won't be needing this anymore. And you can probably go here. Okay, I think I'm ready to actually move on to the... well, to this actual... what do I even call this? Leaves need to be bigger. You say the leaves need to be bigger, but do you mean bigger after my recent resize or before that? Because like, do you think that after I just resized them now, they look okay? Or do you think they need to be even bigger? Well, judging from the in-game leaves, I mean, this big chungus here is almost half as... more than half as long as the actual stem, so... yeah, you know what, they can probably live with being even bigger. Ooh, hang on, I'm starting to like the look to this. I also don't want the leaves to take up too much attention though. That's also something to keep in mind. I want them to be the focus of the piece. Oh no, yeah, that's brilliant. Oh, I'm really glad he suggested making them bigger. This one's gotta be a bit more. There we go. Well, not quite, but like this, yeah. Haha. Perfect. Well then, right, I guess we're ready to get rid of the reference. Probably put it away. It's probably easy to align it back if I need to. And actually start working on this as a piece. You should be on the sprites layer if you're already not. And let's see, edge points, edge points. Wait, hang on, what's happening here? A little bit of a vomit. Also, I want to do something a bit different. You here are going to be serving... I'm going to make this flat, which means that the bounding box for this is going to be exactly at this vertex. Whereas if it were curved like this, see how the bounding box moved up? I don't want that. And the same to you, actually. Well, it's not going to matter as much. Are you... you don't seem... oh, you are. Okay. And this, I'm gonna fix whatever happened here. There we go, that's more petal-like. Still don't like how rugged it looks. Is everything about this smooth? What about auto smooth? Oh, that looks more like a tuber. Not what I was going for though, so that's not. What about you? Can you benefit? Oh no. Never mind, cancel. Alright, that's goodish. Now what I wanted to do is this. Actually a clone. Or well, sorry, let me grab this one as well. Clone all these three. Revert them. And I'll show you what the cool part about clones is in just a second. Now these are actually clones. Yeah, see, clone of path. Which means that now if I edit, since they're symmetrical, like this one is going to be exactly like this one. So if I ever need to make a change, it's going to reflect in this one, without me having to touch a thing. Magical. Oh yeah, I guess the leaf did want to get big. Still not liking this protrusion here, but... well, it's part of nature too, isn't it? Big random dopey leaves. Right then, let me, now that I've got this aligned, because I wanted this to be flush with the bounding box, because this is going to be the edge of the entire sprite, and this too here, but this is already flush, which means that our bounding box, or the entire object, is going to be, see, perfectly round numbers, 106 and 66. Actually, let's not touch that, it's just a rounding error, it doesn't really matter. And now we can put them here, and create a nice grid for it, just so we're, at least, we know what area we're working on. Spoilers for the text, but it's not like you can just open the SVG file and read that. Probably gonna need a bit of finesse. 66. Just wish it wasn't so green, but it'll do. Now then, I believe the next thing to do would be to actually color this. Where? Oh, there we go. What can I do to make it so that... Let's see, what do I want to do? I want the leaves to stand out. I want... What part of this do I want to stand out? Probably not a whole lot, but probably most of all, because they're the most defining feature of the burgeoning spider world. Without berries, you just look at these and you, if you're a fan of the series, you can identify the plant. So I probably want to put some emphasis into these. I'll make them a bit of a bright color. They're gonna have to be using a gradient, that's for sure. Not just sure what colors they're gonna be yet, but which can just steal off of the game. So why a one edge? The other edge is going to be a bit more along the yellow lines. Don't want to get too yellow though, because anybody that looks at a burgeoning spider world is probably not really going to identify the yellows. Actually, it's a good thing to also see what Pikmin 3 is up to, because yeah, now that I'm looking at screenshots, it's a bit different. And the style I'm going for in the engine is trying to get a good mix of the best parts of Pikmin 2 and Pikmin 3. So, for instance, what is for instance? Oh, the candy pop buds, they're mostly shaped after Pikmin 2, and the screenshots were like cropped from Pikmin 2, but the actual, like the design of the stems of the petals and all of that was taken from Pikmin 3. Yeah, see, it's a bit different, isn't it? We no longer have those little prong-like petals. These protruding ones, they look more like actual petals, and the ones covering at the round part are also a bit more petal-like instead of just a scarf. So, with that in mind, I think this little spot here. Let's see. This is all yellow. Sorry, this is all white, isn't it? Yeah. So it looks like it starts yellow at the center and then goes off to white. Here and here it looks like it's the exact same thing. It starts at yellow at the center, this is the center, and it goes off to white farther from the distance you are. In that case, let's grab a bit of yellow then. Probably gonna have to tweak it so it looks better in the engine, but yeah, because this looks washed out, kind of garbagey. Yeah, it does curl back. It's a bit interesting. Can we do something like this and this? Yes, but it's still a bit too washed out, so let's increase that saturation a bit. Also, this should not be as white as it is, I don't think. You know what, it works. It works. Just wondering why it's a bit on the blue hue. Blue hue, yeah. Well, that looks a bit better, right? I think I can do this. Yeah. Well, I'd like it for you to be closer to here, but that'll do. And you should be cloned. Flip them. Align this. I think that's aligned. Get rid of this extra one, and perfect. Now for the little berry itself. Over here, it's Yeah, I think we need screenshots on the wiki for Pikmin 3's burgeoning spiderworts without any berries. Just trying to see if there's any, but it doesn't seem like it. Nope, we're on our own here. Actually, hang on, this one looks pretty close. Oh yeah, this is brilliant. Never mind this crummy old thing. Look at this. Oh, you can actually see the details on the petals. In that case, I might just do something similar, but see how it's really yellow at the center here and trails off to a bit more white, but seems to maintain mostly yellow. Give me just one split second. There we go. Oof. It looks like that's a feature. So you're still clearly modeled after Pikmin 2, but I don't think I want to be so bold as to model it after Pikmin 3 now. Because this style, I mean, I don't know, could we actually curl this? You know what? It might look okay, actually. Let's just not have this. I like it. I like it a lot. What the hell? It looks like that's exactly what it should be. But it isn't. Yeah, look, oh, I see what's up. They do curve upwards, but from the outermost part, you don't see that. It's just from the innermost part that you actually see some curve situation going on. That's why the transition is lost. When you see from up top, it just looks like a triangle. So after a bit of tweaking ourselves, it looks so much smoother now. It looks juicy, doesn't it? Should probably be a bit thicker here. Actually, should probably be a bit thicker here too. Nice. Looking the looks of this. Well, since it's curving, maybe the curve should be a bit more accentuated here. Something along these lines. Well, in that case, there. It'll do. Yeah, I think we're done here regarding this part. Regarding this center here, however, it's just nothing. Oh, hang on, I wanted to do something else. See these little stripes here going along the petal to give it a really realistic texture. I think I want to try doing something similar. This is not gonna go well. What can I even do? You know what? I'm not gonna. Am I? Dang it. No, not yet at least. Maybe in a future update if I'm bored, I'll just add more detailed stuff and add those lines, for instance. But for now, let's leave it as it is. Let's worry about the bulb. Maybe we have a screenshot somewhere that shows a bit more of the back. Most of them seem to be angled the same way. Or showing the front. Nothing showing the back in Pikmin 3. Nope, afraid not. So let's base ourselves off of Pikmin 2 here. And, well, it's meant to be some sort of leaf covering the actual bulb, which does make sense. But then you look at this screenshot and it doesn't really look like it's that. So I think we're a bit free to do whatever. Let's start. Notice how the pattern here seems to be a bit like brown, then green, brown again. I think I can replicate that sort of easily. But first, one thing before I forget. Burgeoning spiderwort petal? No, bad typo, bad. None of that. You can do something like this. You are fully opaque. Except you are also a bit more on the garbage side. And you a bit more on the green side. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, maybe I lied. Add some green to that. Ooh, I like that. Except now, here comes the trick. Repeat, reflected. That looks like hot shit. I'm not a fan of this. Let's make it a bit greener. Oh, that's a lot better. Well, that was easy. Yeah, it looks good. Like, it's nothing spectacular. It's really just a pattern repeating. But, I mean, it works, doesn't it? Doesn't look simple. It looks detailed enough. Yeah, I'm down. Beginning. Yeah, I should have capitalized that. It's a better word. Pulp? It's probably a name for this. I know I checked a lot of flower anatomy images when I did the the candy pop buds, but for this, probably gonna have to go there as well. Really doesn't matter much. It's just the name of the gradients. It's not really gonna have a major impact on anything. Now this. Actually, before that, let's go take care of these. I like this shading situation going on, even though it's not super realistic, but it is. No, not demonetization. It is quite readable though. Just from the different shades, you can tell that it's meant to be curved like so. So I want to try to do something similar. And oh yeah, I suppose I want to make them similar to Pikmin 3, huh? So they all look the same. Because like, that's this thing though. You look at this screenshot, and, oh, they all look the same. And then you go to this screenshot and yeah, that's not right. Is it just... Hang on, I'm super curious now. Let's embark on a journey real quick. If it does capture Pikmin. Let's go quickly to the Awakening Wood. Those are blocked off. Don't know if you guys can see Dolphin running. You could probably just see the actual Dolphin menu. Okay, so the ones on the Awakening Wood are definitely white. Let me just check OBS real quick. It's not, is it? That's a shame. Don't know of an easy way to fix it, so just go by my words here. Okay, it seems to more or less match the screenshot we have. Nothing spectacular. Let me just go to the Wistful Wild really quick, because I think that other screenshot is based off of the Wistful Wild. Don't know if you guys can even hear the game, much less see it. Doesn't look like you can see, but... Oh, get away from them to grow. Give us a sec. No, but they do look the same. Yeah, they grew a bit. So now I'm thinking, is this a pre-release screenshot? Maybe it's just wacky lighting. Yeah, you can kind of see the whiteness here and the yellowness here. I guess it's just it. Well, whatever then. Let's go with the same style as the other pellets, the other petals, because that's really the style that Nintendo was going for. And I guess it's probably the most organized thing we can do, huh? No, let's not do it like that. Let's do it like this. Reverse it, because we will have to. And give it the same as this. That is unfortunate. There's no clear cutoff here. And there's no easy way to fix that either. This image was removed for analysis. Just because you said holy shit? No, show it. No censorship on my streams. Oh no! I can't believe I just shared with the world all of the ROMs I legally own. Illegally. Yeah. Let's do the same for these ones. Gonna have to flip it. But I guess I'll take care of that in a bit. Also, this one shouldn't... Yeah, it should be something a bit more like this. Oh, that really looks like garbage. Hot garbage. Gonna have to do something about that ASAP. And this. Okay, not bad. I mean, I think the yellow is a bit coming on too strongly. But anybody that's played Pikmin can instantly recognize this. Okay, I like that, except this also has to be a bit more yellow. It's just a few notches. That doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, that's definitely a spiderboard, you can tell. But there's gotta be something I can do about this. Oh, but hang on. We do want to do something here with it, don't we, guys? How do we do this easily? I think we're just gonna have to do this and make it give it a filling of completely black and like 32 opacity. Then another here. Oh boy, it's a bit of a hacky solution, but if it works, that's all that matters really. You can kind of see what it's going for, but it looks horrible because it just turns the whites into, well, muddy. FBI, open up. 32. Let's put it a bit more like 24 and 48. Those are a bit less aggressive numbers. I'm still not pleased. 16 and 32. These might be a bit too subtle though. Oh no, they're fine, I think. Okay. And let's put you at 16 as well. Which means that you also get a clone. I think a cat is meowing outside. Let me just open the door real quick, give me a sec. The cat is now safe. This goes here, and I guess they're a bit darker. It's so hard to tell. But maybe, I guess it depends on the screen brightness as well. Mine is really low. And now for you three. Did I delete the alignment clone yet? I did. What about you? There we go. You should go to the bottom. And one up. You're fine where you are. Alright, so... yeah, I think it adds a bit of... yeah, I think you can see what's going on. I'm starting to not like this though. It's a bit contrasting for one thing. For another, it doesn't... My cat doesn't have an accent, you didn't even hear it. For one thing, it doesn't have texture to it. I mean, of course it has texture, this is what the stripes are for. But for one thing, it's a bit too contrasting. So let's pump up the brightness a bit. Maybe a bit too much. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit better. I don't want it to be too dissimilar to the petals either, because I wanted to make it seem like it's a completely different object or anything like that. This is not entirely right. There we are. Yep, perfect. Okay, are you fully opaque? You are fully opaque. I want to add some sort of texture to this, so let's do this. And no, not quite. 0, 0. Boop, 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 boop. Let's no. Yeah, we better do texture like so. This, but the opposite. Right, yeah, that's what I wanted, except not brutally over the top. Wow, you can barely tell. Not very good, huh? Just made it darker. Didn't really add anything to the picture. Can't even tell that it's supposed to be some lighting going on. Probably because the original thing is already so dark. Green or less yellow. I can try. They're probably not super bad. This background is also not very fortunate. Ah, my eyes. Let's maybe return that to like here. I chose a green background because, well, most of the environments are going to be green. Or have a green floor, aren't they? I mean, there's no color that suits this ugly thing. Okay, here's what I propose. Let's go back to this later. We might have some ideas then. As for this little doohickey, I mean, gonna leave it as it is, I guess. It's not even very noticeable at full zoom. Now this green thingamajog. Just grab this color. That's wrong. There we go. And just make it like this. I do, however, want to give it a gradient to indicate some sort of ramp to it. For that, I'm going to have to make this part lighter and this part darker. Just how much darker, I don't know yet, but probably like this. Probably like so, to show an accentuated curve. This is probably more around these parts. I don't want it to be too accentuated over here though. It's gotta be a bit... yeah, that's more or less it. God, I hate this. Red? Bright? White? Pink? Probably not too bad. You can barely tell the gradient. Let's try something a bit lighter. I don't want it to be too light either. I want it to... Yeah, see, now it looks like it has two sections to it. I don't want that either. So maybe something along these lines. Looks okay. I guess let's keep going. There's not a whole lot we can fix either. As for the leaves, oh, just 1 second. Let me fix this. What's this one? Oh, it's nothing anymore. Burgeoning spiderwort stem. I want them to at least be a different color from the bulb and the stem. In fact, I think that's more or less how they are in game. Not really. Well, no. This one even starts off black and goes off to white. Not white, but bright. I unfortunately cannot afford to do that because I have to use lighting as height for as much as I can. Something like this. Except I also want to add a gradient to this. Something like this to here. No, to midway through. Oh, that's gonna be hell, actually. No, that's not right either. Okay, so let's think a bit about this first. Midway through, we want a point that's like this. Oh, that's quite leaf shaped. Shouldn't be that aggressive though. Give a bit more space to the darker parts. Oh, I like that. But should it be this or darker in the center? Okay, that's too much. It's maybe like this. You know what? Both of them look leaf-like. So honestly, probably both right. This one is gonna be tricky because this one is curved. But if we just do our best here. Oh, that doesn't look bad at all. Maybe I can... Yeah, I like that. Let me see your guys' feedbacks. Make some light, some darker. Oh, you mean the leaves? It might ruin a bit of the flow if I make some leaves darker and other leaves lighter. And I'd also have to create 3 gradients, and that's a bit of a chore, to be perfectly honest. Let's see how they look like this first. Oh, that looks quite leaf-like. Maybe it's a bit too accentuated though. I don't want to steal attention to the leaves. Oh, that's barely any. It still looks leaf-like without stealing too much attention, I think. Okay, I guess we have our burgeoning spiderwort here. We gotta populate it with berries, but yeah. I guess, let's go. First, let me just... Oof. This... Oh god. Okay, I think I can open an exception for this one. So the sprite sheet, I wanted to contain... what? All 6 berry combinations? It might be a bit too much. What to do? I might have to do that though, for realism's sake. Right then, in that case we're gonna have to create a berry. This is gonna be incredibly easy. Boom, got the size pretty much right. 28 by 28, sounds brilliant. What else? Gradient, this is gonna be piss easy. The focus of the gradient is here. The gradient goes from... Give us a sec, you should be here. And now the gradient goes from this color. Actually, are we gonna go with this one first? We should probably be doing... Go to this layer. We should probably be doing these ones first. Also, we want to add this little detail here. It's gonna be a bit of a bitch to do. It might just end up adding noise to the entire berry. It's already such a small object that any little protuberance might just make it noisy. Can't the berries be their own sprites or objects? Right, I was explaining that earlier. Currently, with the way the engine has berries implemented, or sorry, burgeoning spiderworts implemented, they cannot be their own object. Like, the berries cannot be their own object, because burgeoning spiderworts are just fancy piles of nuggets. Except that instead of giving nuggets, they give, obviously, berries. If I really want to make them more dynamic, and yeah, just more dynamic, that's really gonna have to be for a different update. If ever. So we'll just have to see. Because I want to give out the most features that I can to the engine, but let's face it, the burgeoning spiderworts are probably one of the most complex, unnecessarily complex objects in the entire series. They can grow, they can get stunted by mold, they can grow to 2 stages, they can have no berries, tons of berries, mixed berries. Just so much stuff for such a simple plant. No, right. Now back to this. What happened to our... Looks like it died halfway through, so... Again. Focus is here. The other parts are going to be like... Halfway through it's going to be this color. Damn it, that's like some sort of glitch that Inkscape has. There, that's better. That's good for 1, but we need more. I mean, that didn't make a lot of sense, but I know what I mean. Like so, and midway through, we'll add this color again. And now at the bottom, we'll add darkness. Oh, in fact, I could just steal from another one. I don't even need to hide. There we go, look at that. Perfectly round sphere. Lovely. Doesn't look very realistic though. It actually looks like a rubber ball. Berries will regrow. A dark spot at the tip. Probably actually. But where? Where would be the spot? Since I guess it's facing the right, I guess the tip should be at the front? Yeah, let's give it a try. But first I kind of wanted to make this a bit muddier. What? Nah. Fazer propósito.
Eles estão a ouvir?
Sim.
Ai, que vergonha!
É que nem somos ingleses.
Então, é?
Estou a mostrar isto a outras pessoas.
Oh meu Deus! Tens que dizer o que é que aconteceu, se eles vão achar que é estranho. Dizia, a minha mãe é uma chata. E passa a vida a dar-me beijinhos.
Eu estou para ver as reações.
É?
Eu não estou para ver as reações.
Ainda estás a ouvir as reações?
Não estou para ver.
Porque eles ainda não ouviram? Okay.
Ainda não chegou lá.
Ainda não chegou lá?
Não.
Estás a falar para onde?
Não estou a transmitir em direto.
Para onde?
Para um ou dois amigos. Olha, perceberam? Indeed, those were kisses.
Mas tens que dizer que é da mãe.
Sim.
Eles vão achar que é de uma gaja que
From
tu
my
tens
mum.
aí.
Naturally. Mums give the best kisses. No. Dog wants kisses too. Ugh. So much for the development live stream. Damn it, do you not understand the concept of symmetrical? You are really testing my patience today, Escape. That does not look like a nub, does it? Breaking news! Let's actually look again. See how it's done here. Oh my. That's quite different, isn't it? It's a bit more like a culmination. Okay, so there's a depression and then another bump. Oh, we can actually see this well here. The surface goes all along, then there's a depression and a bump at the gathering at the center. So I could probably replicate that in some fashion. Which means I'm gonna have to destroy the sphere. Tid? No! No tid! No titties. Only berries. A ring. Yeah, like a ring. So we can probably replicate that. This dies and becomes an object. Now, how am I gonna do this? What's the best way? Probably gonna create a fixed point here and one here. Just see what happens if I do this. Actually, no, this should be protruding. So maybe something like this. Not entirely wrong, actually. This is 1, 2 grid spaces above. 1, 2 grid spaces above. So 1, 2 grid spaces above here. Oh, that's gonna be massive. I don't like that. Let's put a 1 grid space above and below. This is where all our depression will be. And then yeah, this has to be not as big. Oh, there we go. That looks quite berry-like. If you know what you're looking for. Damn it, this looks so smooth. It looks like I'm working in Blender, and this is a rubber ball. Look at this! Looks like a face, too. Oh, hello. Dang it, how can I avoid this look? Star-shaped? Well, I could make it star-shaped if it were, like, here. I can make a little dark star. It'd probably not look super bad. Bit dumb. Okay, quite dumb. But actually, no, at lower zooms, it does kind of look like something. Meh. You can't even tell the suppression here anyway. So let me try to figure out what kind of noise we can add to make this more realistic. I think I see what's going on here. Notice how the reflection is super small. It doesn't like spread out. I think that's my problem here. So this needs to go, or these ones need to go actually. You are going to be the same color as this, maybe just a touch lighter, because there is still lighting. Wow, I just turned off the lights. Come on, don't struggle like that. Oh, come on. It's not that much. Okay, not too bad. It certainly looks a bit more organic. Looks like a grape. I can't believe I'm purple. Contrast more. Contrast the white from the color to make it look shiny or wet. Yeah, exactly. I think that's exactly what the trick here is. So let's go back to the focus point and create a new circle. Yes, correct. And this one is going to be all about the shininess. Like so, and boom. Ish. Maybe. I have ball shine. No, sir. That is not going to happen. Coin shine? Not quite. Let's do something new. I think I know what I'm up to. So here, we're like halfway through, and max shininess. So we've got a really big focus of shiny, and it just spreads out, or dies out very quickly. Maybe like so. It's not very readable. This is back to normal. Okay, not bad, not bad. I'm seeing what we have to do too. This needs to be brighter. You want 1 or 2 points here and a couple here. Because like if you see here, there's like this natural gradient from dark to medium to light. That's nearly pink. In fact, it is pink. And then on top of this gradient, there's the shine as its own thing. So, oh yeah, that looks slightly better, actually. Shouldn't be that red. Oh, so something like 208. Oh, that's much better. And then the shininess pulling through. Oh, and remember one thing. We want our shine to be on this corner. I don't think I grabbed the right thing. I did. That's good. Pretty much it. Still think this depression is stupid, but what you gonna do? It's not too bad. Well, with that in mind, let's group this. Let's move it into our bridging spiderweb, see how it looks. My, it's quite contrasting, isn't it? Okay, it's got a nestle between these outer pellets. So that means it's gonna have to be something like here. That looks okay. Let's see. It's like 1 pixel above the center. That's not a bad reference at all. Let me just there. It's probably a bit better. Also aligns the bounding box a bit better. You two, or rather you and you, should be grouped. And you and you should be grouped, which means that you and you should also be grouped, and you should also be grouped. Okay, everything seems to be in order. Now I can actually do Z ordering without fumbling. Oh, this is miles better. You are behind, okay. Okay, not super bad, I don't think. Not just yet, at least. It looks really shiny, but not quite the way I wanted. I think this needs to be smaller, that's all. So. And so. You are aligned so weirdly. Let's put you at a good number, 6 by 6. No. It's not quite the same, is it? They look like gumdrops, which actually looks quite different from rubber, so it's progress, right? Lighten the shadows if it's too 3D. Oh, you know what? You probably have a good point. These shadows are a bit too aggressive. Not bad, not bad. It's certainly more organic now. I think I'm gonna touch the midpoint though. Maybe just a tiny smidge. This here. Yeah, that's certainly a bit better. Not much, but it is a bit. I think this still needs to be a bit smaller in some fashion. I'm starting to like the looks of this. You know what? That might be the best we can do for now. Let's start adding another one. What? Didn't I group you two? How did you ungroup? Well, whatever. Okay, let me just... two objects, two objects, two objects. You two should also have... exactly. Group these two as well. Perfect. You are now grouped. A grouping of one object. Hang on. Ungroup this. What's going on here? This is two objects, right? Group of two objects. So what is it that if I click again? Oh, now it says it's two? Now it says it's one again. I don't even know. And then it's gone. What the fuck? Can I not duplicate a group? Let me restart Inkscape real quick. I think it's maybe spazzing out a bit. Objects. And group you two again. Save and everything. Aha! Yeah, see, it was just spazzing out a bit. That's good, actually. I thought it was like a system limitation or something. And back to this. This should be on top again. They should be touching more, shouldn't they? What is going on here? No, stop, no! Okay, it doesn't want to do this. Ungroup. Now this is another group. What? I don't even know anymore. It's like you're telling me if I go in here and change this. Yeah, it is working. Stop being so weird then. Okay. You shouldn't be moving. I don't think. Should you? Hang on, if I move this. No, it doesn't move that. This is acting so weird, and honestly I cannot afford to think about this. Just a little sneak peek at the code of nothingness. Not a whole lot to say about it. Anyway, this is okay, and the third one is gonna be in the middle. Now, by the principle of spheres, majiggers, it's gonna be somewhere like here. No, here. Yeah, I think so. The center is here, so it aligns there. And now we just like plop you down here. Perfect. Except you kind of bump the bounding box of the sprite, but that's good too. Hey, hang on a sec. Wait, how was what 274? Why? I think I know why. Then I shouldn't have touched that. Okay, let's just, for a brief moment here, put at 65 to align it. And then I'll bring this here. So now it's axis aligned, which means that the entire object is now 28 large by 28 high. Yeah, that's good. You broke again. In fact, let's make sure there's no groupings going on. Ever. Ungroup, ungroup everything, and group forever. And you two should also die, since you are probably now pointing at null. No, it's a grouping again! Oh man. Let's see, blah blah, clicking something else, and... Okay, it's ungrouped again. Let's once again restart Inkscape and hope that this time it'll actually wake up ready to actually group stuff correctly. This and this, you are a group. Okay, still a grouping of 2 objects. If I click this and then you again, you're still 2 objects, good. Yikes. Just put this on top real quick. You have a clone. It goes here. Hang on a sec, don't you wanna... Oh, you wanna stay here? Alright, that's good. Good for my purposes at least. Another one. Midway through. Yeah, that's a midpoint. And something like here. At the end. You have this above you. And there we go. Putting the spider word. That's is really unfortunate. Bloody hell. How does it look like in game? Yeah, that's just how it is in game too. Because like this berry here at the top should be making shade for this one in the middle, and it doesn't. Like here, you can see the shade here, but this is Pikmin 3, completely different engine. And this, well, ideally this wouldn't be lit from here, but well, we can cheat. There's still light coming from here and from under this one, so it's all good. Just a little cheat, never hurt nobody. I'm probably gonna delete you since you're now not really apt. And do all this again, but with one less. What is exactly going on here? You are not aligned. What? I never did give you alignment, did I? You are just whichever size, aren't you? Oh, I think I know why. When I resized this to fit here, I think it ruined everything else. Dang it. Okay. Now the bounding box is exactly round numbers. It's important to use round numbers in the engine to avoid nasty surprises. So just a general good rule of thumb. So now we have, let's see, grid. If I delete this, we still see the berries, that's good. Which one should I delete first? This is for the same where it's all full. It's gonna be like missing 1. I think it's probably gonna be more readable if I delete the top ones first. That means only the bottom ones remain. So the player only sees this. Oh, that doesn't look bad at all. Alright. And from a top-down view, it looks good too. The berries are still a bit too shiny, but we can live with that for now. I think. Needed that. Okay. Let's go for the 3rd stage. Pick a number from 1 to 3. 1 is top. No, I actually want to do the top ones first. So that... Right, imagine somebody who never played this before and doesn't understand there are 5 in here. If they pay attention, as the Pikmin attack this, they are going to see this transform into this. So they're gonna know that there's like a top layer here, and a middle layer, and a bottom layer, because they can see the bottom one here. Whereas if I like delete the middle one, it's not really gonna teach anything to the player other than the middle one is gone. Whereas if I remove one of the top ones first, it's going to teach the player that there are 3 layers to this and 5 in total. Third stage, just the bottom ones and the middle one. Fourth stage, since I'll leave the top one first, I'll do this. The fifth stage, no bonus points here. And finally sixth and last stage, where it's empty. This one I can flush the bounding box. The bounding boxes are a bit useless now that the engine has got that feature where you can just click and it selects automatically, but it can still come in handy, especially in some more tricky sprites that the engine is not smart enough to, you know, understand the bounding box of. So there we have it, that's the Brazilian spider wards. I want them to sway while idling, but I think I can do that using engine transformations. At least I sincerely hope I can. Otherwise it's gonna be like all these sprites but times 3 or 4. Just for the purpose of swaying, which is, that's not. So much work, so much VRAM. If I can do that in engine, it's gonna be sweet. This is floating, come to think of it. No. Well, no, if you... Yeah, it's something, whatever. The player can't see, and as far as the player knows, the top one and the bottom one are keeping this in place, just because these ones aren't. That's all good. Delete the middle one third because it's in the middle? I could actually. Oh, you know what? If I delete the middle one first... give me a sec here. Yeah, if I delete the middle one first, I can actually save up a bit of space. Because every subsequent sprite from here on out, is going to be a bit shorter. See how the bounding box just decreased by like 5 or 6 pixels because the middle one is gone. So let's see, top, middle. Yeah, now the bottom 2. Yeah, that looks good actually. This should be the active layer. And finally empty. There. I'll just believe I can do the swaying in an engine. I have to... Right, with that being said then, let's see. It's working. I'll select this for export. The selection, yeah. Clear the grid, so it doesn't take that with it. 96 dpi, that's the default. Stop trying to put 90. Exactly, it's 656 by 66. 656 by 66. That's the way. Now, we shall save this as a bitter burgeoning spiderwort.png. Export, and now to the engine, I guess. Is there anything we're missing? Oh, right, the actual files for it. Let me cross out Inkscape, and now we have CodeLight just. Yep. Yeah, I guess the middle one alone does look weird, huh? Yeah, that was a good call, okay, man. Let's see, first of all I gotta create the files for it real quick, so you guys are not gonna be seeing this because it's gonna happen off screen. But miscellaneous types, no types. I want a pile. It's technically a pile. I'll just copy and paste a nugget pile since it's already here, and call it a bitter burgeoning spiderwort. I actually gotta do something with a nugget pile. Let me just add to the to-do list. I did create a nugget pile, quote unquote, during development of the version, but that's, you know, not really a nugget pile. It's just placeholder graphics. Better burgeoning spiderwort. Height. Oh boy, that's gonna be a tricky one. It's probably taller than your average bulborb, isn't it? Bulborb is like 128, I think. Just check real quick. Red bulborb is 128, so this is like 160. It's probably good. Health per resource. Each resource is going to have, let's see, if a Pikmin normally attacks for 10 damage each. I want one Pikmin to take, like, what, 20 hits to take it down? So 200? We'll have to see, because we'll have to see how well it works for one Pikmin attacking it and multiple Pikmin attacking it. Maximum amount, just 5. It's not pushable, but a cat push. Do not show its health, correct? The radius, this is going to be very tricky. I am going to make it so that the Pikmin cannot climb on top of it, because that's going to be a whole bag in and of itself. I'm just going to make it so the Pikmin attack the stem here. The stem is 6 in height. So the radius is 3 by 3? No, I'm going to make that a bit thicker. I'm going to make it like 6, so it's like 12 by 12, or maybe 5, so it's 10 in total. It's probably not too bad. Contents, each one is going to release, and this is going to be bad. A bitter berry. Which means I'm going to have to create a bitter berry object, otherwise it's just going to scream at me. Size animation suffixes. Let's see, we're going to have like _5, _4, _3, _2, _1, and _0. You'll see what these mean in just a second. Delete on empty, false. Yes, we want to keep this if it's empty. Let me just create a bitter berry real quick. This is going to go into the resources. Bitter berry. Probably not capsed. Yeah, let's not do that. The animations for it. You know what? Sure, brilliant. And the data for it. You are a bitter berry, which sounds like an insult, honestly. You go into the ship. Your delivery result is to increase sprays. How do I do that again? Resource type. The thing I'm looking for is return to pile, current destination, delivery result. It's going to have to be increase ingredients. Yeah, that's right. Increase ingredients, and if increase ingredients is here, that means I also have to include spray to concoct. Spray to concoct. Oh, it's here. Ultra bitter spray. Yeah, that's good. It's not going to damage a mob. It's not going to damage a ship. You can probably imagine what damaging the mob is for. It's for the bridges with fragments. As soon as you deliver a fragment, it damages, quote unquote, the bridge. Height 16. That's probably... Let's see if it's circular. And the berry is 28 as of right now. That might be the size it's going to be at the end. If it's 28 right now, it's going to be in full size. It's 28 in height then. Only one carrier. It is... Can they push it? Does not push. That sounds about right. It's got a radius of 28 divided by 2, which is 14. Just a weight of 1. Yeah, max carrier is also 1. Value does not have a value, since it's not going to give the player points. Vanishes on drop. True. False, perhaps. Do I want... I guess I can make it so. Oh, actually, yeah. Let's make it so it does vanish on if it's dropped. However, when it does vanish, it does not return to the Brazilian spiderwort. And let's give it like 10 seconds before it vanishes completely. That way, player can whistle a Pikmin. And if they didn't mean to, well, the berry doesn't drop, doesn't evaporate in thin air. That's a bit nasty. I mean, I kind of hate it when I'm playing mission mode. I just whistle a Pikmin that I didn't mean to whistle, and whoop, there goes progress on the spray I was concocting. Screw me, right? So, since I don't want the players to experience that, I'll give it a bit of a timeout before it actually vanishes. But the nuggets still should disappear, because there's tons of them, and it doesn't really matter if you miss one, I guess. I don't know. It's all about game balance. We'll have to see as we go. He will drop a bitter berry, blah blah blah. Now as for the animations, okay, that should be enough for us to actually start the game and see how it behaves. Just see if OBS agrees. It does. It's good. Animation editor for the new object that's in the files. Better bridging the spider word. Any errors? No errors. Hit. Gonna need one of those. This is not your sprite, my little friend. And your animations don't really exist. Now you have an idling, which is the only animation you have. And now we have to add a suffix. 5. Which is one of the suffix we explained. So since it's 5, this is gonna be when it's full. You belong to this and this sprite. 11166, let me just confirm that that is indeed the case, as per the grid we drew. 11166, perfect. This is your sprite. Okay, now that I'm looking at it without any fuzz from all the graphics, it looks good. I'm digging it. Aha, right. You are going to have to go here, my friend. This is your actual hurt box. This is where the thing shows. So maybe a bit more like here, so it's not too distant. Ugh. Okay, I'll leave it as it is right now. Idling 4. Copy everything from idling 5, except it's this sprite. Idling 3. You know, I could save space if I just made it so that 5 and 4, sorry, 5 showed everything, 4 showed everything as well, and 3 also showed everything as well, because it's removing the bottom 2 ones. But that'll make it super confusing for the player. One, that like the player would start attacking, they wouldn't really see the things drop. Like they wouldn't see the little berries disappear, and they would just think, oh, it's not really doing anything, or they're infinite. And we don't want the player to feel that, now do we? Idling 2, idling 1, and idling 0. Gotta be careful with the transforms. Yeah, see? Because the sprite changed size here, everything kind of shifted a bit awkwardly. Since the difference is from 111 to 106, oh, that's not a pretty number. 5. That means you're gonna have to, what, move 35 only? That's not right, is it? No, it's gonna be like 32.5. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. So I'm in 37.5. Oh, it worked actually. Well, that's a relief. And you are also 37.5 offset. Maths! It works. Oh, and YouTube. Let's not forget this little bucko. All of them look good. The idling animation right now is just going to be one sprite. Just a normal idling. Idling on 5. So I have this one. Idling on 4. Idling on 3. That's not right. Idling with 2. Idling with 1 and idling with 0. Whew, okay. This might work. Let's check it out. Also, here are the candy pop buds all spread together for testing purposes. Let's see if they're any good when the engine comes out. This version comes out. Those two, and now let's add our little... Oh god, it's so tiny. Okay, let's put it far away first. Do we have a path? We don't need a path where we're going. You go here, and you are a ship. Let's see. It doesn't blow up, that's good. It shows the number, and I'm not entirely sure if I want this. Wait, what? Oh, it's the opposite. Right then, let's go back here then. Reload, sure, why not? And put it in the opposite order. We're gonna have to compile again. Thanks, K-Man. Extra sprites. Not quite sure what you mean by those. Just checking out a couple of things as it compiles. Alright. What was I doing? Here, new mob. Ah, look at that. Even still, it's a bit on the weird side, because like you have these berries so realistic, and then you get to this little bulb here, and it's just blech. You know? Maybe I should add a gradient to it, some sort of like from darker to lighter. Would that make sense? I think it would, in some sense, because like this part here is probably gonna have a lot more like sap running through it. This one not so much, because this one, like imagine a human body. This has like a lot of nerve endings. This part not so much, so this is probably gonna be a bit pinker, and this part more pale. If the same applies to plants, then yeah, this should be a bit darker and this should be a bit lighter. And then we have the stalk. Well, let's test it with a Pikmin. I really wish it was in a purple, but let's go. Oh, and also another mechanic, because of the... Well, for one thing, the Pikmin is under the leaves, which is, honestly, it's gonna have to be that way. Because the leaves are supposedly super high. But yeah, see? That's not what a berry is, but we never told it what it is, so that's fine. But yeah, it did take out one. Let's speed it up a bit. Good. But yeah, see how it teleports directly to the Pikmin's hand? That's leftover, quote-unquote, from the nugget piles. Fancy. Thanks. It's really shaping up, isn't it? I still want to get rid of this number. I'm gonna make this an option. Off they go. And see, it just returns to the pile by itself. Of course, there's nothing to do here, but when this grows berries back, which it will, it's just not doing right now because we've never told it to, the Pikmin are gonna start attacking it automatically. So this is gonna make for an incredible, like, gameplay mechanic. Just like mission mode. So let's see, we're still short in some parameters. No, not on the resource type. But actually, let's check what the resource type has. Vanishes when dropped, returns to pile, vanishes to lake and destination deliver results. Spring a point, there's no points or damaging mobs. So this is all there is to for the resource types. We want the pile types. What do they have to offer us? Again, I don't remember. Constants, we have that. Recharge interval, there we go. I don't know any values yet, so these are gonna really have to be spitballed. We have an article on the wiki. It's not really very good. I want to one day actually look at Pikmin 2 and Pikmin 3, check how long it takes for stuff to regrow. But until then, we're just gonna have to eyeball it here. What was it called again? Recharge? Yeah, recharge interval. I should start editing files here. I mean, this already knows what I want to type. Oh, nice. Yeah, how does it know? What the hell? Let me just... No. I have no idea. The recharge interval is going to be like after like 1 minute you get 1 berry back. Let's see if that's any good. Might have to bump that up to 2 minutes or something. Maximum amount we already specified, it's 5 health per resource. Yeah, we already specified. I think that was a good number. 20 before. We saw that purple Pikmin pummel away at it. That seemed like a good amount. The suffixes are already done. Aha! Show amount! We don't want it to leave on empty, but we do want it to not show the amount. I guess I already thought of the burgeoning spider warts when I coded this. I was like, yeah, when we make them, we don't want we don't want them to show the amount because it'll look ugly. Let's see, OPQRS. Show amount equals false. Is this otherwise sorted? This isn't even sorted alphabetically. SHSP. There we go, much nicer. Let's see our new and improved Virginian spider word. Also, let me just rotate it. See if it works okay. There are no nasty surprises. Yep. See. What? What did I just say? Show underscore amount equals false. Show underscore amount, show underscore amount. It is used. Defaults to true. It should read the false. Sorry. It is drawing, but it's not true. Show amount. Why is it set to true? It shouldn't be set to true at all. Let's put a breakpoint here. And see what it's trying to read. Show amount is worth true. What? Again. Go here. Do this again. The string is empty. What? Did I misspell something? Show underscore amount. Did I put two M's like a dork? Nope, it's one M. Is this on the... This is on the pile. Oh, did I not put this on the pile? Nope, this is a... Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. What else did I do here then? Did I put something else here that I shouldn't have? Spread a concoction, I should drop. Nope. No, that is a recharge, but I did put it in the right place, so yeah. Let me just put this in Notepad++ real quick so I can sort alphabetically. Ah, there we go. Much cleaner. How did I get one line? Oh, it didn't. Add a new line because I like new lines because they're POSIX standard, and that is good. 2 minutes, all 5, you think? That might be a bit much. If it's 2 minutes for all 5 of them, then that means you get a new one every 20 seconds. Like, by the time it takes one purple pigment to deliver one, you already have another. And I think that's quite correct. I think that's gonna be a bit too overpowered. Boom. Oh, we don't need this anymore. Okay, not showing the amounts anymore. Let's actually wait here a bit. I sped up the game. Let's just see if it's not trying to increase beyond the limit. In fact, what's your health? 1,000, which is right. Okay, well, let's throw pigment at it. Let's throw more pigment at it. It's kind of ugly how it just pop. But hey, that's life too. For the time being, I'm not going to fix this at all. Like, the gameplay object serves its purpose, and it serves its purpose wonderfully. Everything beyond this is just aesthetic, which maybe one day I want to improve. That day is definitely not today. So it's been a couple of seconds. I think I put it at 1 minute, didn't I? So probably gonna have to wait a bit more to see one of the berries grow back. Just gonna speed it up, and eventually... Yep, another berry showed up, and the pigment started attacking it and taking it. Nice. Imagine this on like mission mode or challenge mode. You just put one single pigment here and go do stuff, and as the time goes on, that pigment automatically does everything for you. It seems like a good time. Like as it is right now. Sorry. Okay, so stuff to improve. The stock, perhaps. The berries are a bit realistic, but that's not the problem because, you know, we want them realistic. See, you can't even see the dimples. Like, there's such a small detail that you actually cannot transmit that into pixels. The detail is actually gone. That's pretty sad. Can we get an F in the chat? I'll F over here. Oh, I can't! I don't have enough sprays! Actually, that's another thing. Let's see if it's increasing the sprays correctly. There could be a glitch that I just never caught. Let's put a couple of spider words all together. That should give us a healthy dosage. And 1! There we go. After 10 were delivered. And there's 1 Pikmin just doing all the hard work. But okay, that does work. Let's get rid of these 2. So stuff to improve could be like making the bulb and the stalk better, because they just look quite awful, to be perfectly honest. I could also make the stalk grow in size. Although that's not very realistic. In nature, stalks don't really, they don't really change size. The bulb, I can probably do that gradient. I said I could. In that case, let's do that real quick. I want to go to bed, but it's still just 27. I can stay up for a few more minutes. I don't think I'll be that sleepy. Let's bring Inkscape back into the scene with all of its seizure effect glory. And what was I doing? Oh yeah. If we grab this, we like add another on top. Not quite darkness as a word, but you know what? Maybe darkness, yeah. Hey, that looks alright, actually. It's a bit too much, because it's full on black. Whereas it should be like something like a dark green. Hey, not bad at all. In that case, since the detail of this little striped thing got lost, I'll just replace it, honestly. Boom, boom. Boom. Is this it? Yeah, that's the little green one we made. Let's put a fall on here and like normal here. What was this color again? Oh, we can just... Oh, we can. Let's fetch it like through the average of these. That makes for a good color. I'm not a super fan of how it turned out like this time though. What's different? Bit more along these lines. No, actually. Let's make it span all across. I think that's how it was before. Oh, I think that's better. Maybe a bit too strong on the black. This should probably be just a smidge lighter. Maybe not a smidge, actually. Something like that. Oh, in fact, you know what? I like this contrast here. If it's lighter here compared to the stem, they might make for something good. Ooh, not bad. Not bad. What's next is that I'm probably gonna go to bed. I'm just touching up the graphics for the everything, really. I want this to be even thicker. That is not. Come on, there. That'll do. I mean, that's not quite... Okay. What can I do to transmit the idea that this is a gradient? Or this is like ramped. Really sharp gradient? Not too bad actually. Also here I'm gonna like if this is what the color of the other one is, then I'm gonna like shift it here and maybe to a cooler color. Oh yeah, that looks a bit better. Or maybe it's just placebo and it looks exactly the same, I don't know. But the blue does give it a bit of life to it. Not bad. I just want to somehow distinguish it from like lighting. This is lighting. This is just meant to represent, you know, general, I don't know, morphology of the plant. Anything we can improve on? Still don't quite like how this looks. I think it's because of this. It's too dead. Like, it makes sense from a top-down view, but man, do not, like, just do not use straight lines for nature. It's just not gonna work. It looks wrong. Let's see if we can fake it. Or not fake it. That's not at all what I wanted to say, but well, like, give it a little bit of a oomph. That's not what something like this, and then boom. That did something. Let's put it a bit closer to the edge here. Maybe farther from the edge. And you know what? We can probably straighten it back here again. Because like if you look from 2D, you can see it's not really very straight, is it? It's got this like smooth curve to it, and then we have these little dinkies over here. Even in this one, it's like it's all curvy in nature. And we can't really do that in top down, so we just have to try something else. A bit tastier, but just a bit, right? It also looks a bit weird. It looks like Piranha Plant. If Piranha Plant didn't really know what it was trying to do. I think what I'm going to do is something unprecedented and bring this back. Can I grab just that handle? You're not gonna let me, are you? That's a bit better actually. Because this fat bulb of a thing is taking up a lot of space. And it's taking really a lot of the stem's natural like habitat. However you want to put it. I don't even know what I'm trying to transmit here, but my thought here is that like the stem is meant to be a long thing, and indeed if you look at it, it's easily the longest part of the entire plant. Like easily. This part may be dense and fat and big and all that, and even here it spans quite large, but even still the stem is so long. And because that information is lost in top-down view, we gotta try to somehow exaggerate. Even if that means making this shorter, because we know it's not meant to be this short, it's meant to be like this thick. We could probably get away with making this even shorter, such that the stem can look even longer. I also don't want the stem to look too thick or too skinny. If it's too skinny, it doesn't even look like it should be supporting the weight. I mean, look at this. It's not, it looks like a stick. This looks like an actual stem of a flower. Like, even if you look at the cannon flower, with all of its berries in it, it doesn't look like this little twig can hold it, does it? So we're probably gonna have to go with a bit more realistic and make it something like this. As for the curviness is just here to kill the monotony, I would say. So maybe this? Not quite. You know what I can do though? Make this tinier. That looks like shit, but I could probably fix it. Very marginally better. You should also be smooth nodes. What are you doing? Don't. What are you doing? Huh? Okay. Looks like a cucumber. But not too bad actually. Can we make this also a bit skinnier? And then have the thing grow as it goes? That's not worse actually. We could probably get away with doing this too. It looks better for sure. I mean, does it look better? I don't even know anymore. Because like, when you remove the berries, this little cone thing looks quite remarkable. Or at least iconic in a way. And now that it's a bit more stubby, I think it kind of loses a bit of value. Then again, you kind of look at the Pikmin 3 ones, and it's impossible for it to be that long, as it is in Pikmin 2. It just can't. It has to be a little more of a nub thing. So maybe this approach isn't that bad after all. I think I can make this even bigger, because like we have two ways to represent height. We have lighting, lighter stuff being higher above, and we have size, honestly. So if this is shorter or smaller or less thick, it gives off the idea that it's more in the distance, so further down below. And if this is thicker, that means it's closer to the camera, higher above. It works, but it also gives you like a creepy perspective, broken perspective kind of thing. It reminds me of, I don't know, an old-timey giant baby horror movie poster that's trying to use forced perspective. Yeah, it just reminds me of forced perspective, really. This thing looks so much bigger than this because of the way this is shrinking. In that case, yeah, I think I might have went a bit too overboard. Let's tone it down a touch. I think this is also a bit problematic, so that. That's better. What do you guys think? Feedback seems to be positive. Okay, that looks okay. I guess we're just gonna go with this. Yeah, it's too big, isn't it? Or was. I suppose I already fixed it by the time I read that. I guess this will be it for today. I'll see if I can like tweak this tomorrow in some fashion, and afterwards I'm gonna add idling animations to it so it's like sways in the wind, so it's not dead. Gonna create the spicy ones. There's currently no support for mixed ones, but even from a gameplay perspective, the mixed ones are kind of blech. It's good for every object to be like atomic. And then comes Nintendo and creates a hybrid Frankenstein object. Ugh. So imagine that in like mission mode. Like you instead of having a source of sprays, you just have a source of 2 sprays that's half as effective. Because instead of having like 5 berries for a single spray, you have like 3 for one and 2 for the other. It's quite stupid. It's gonna take you forever to concoct even a single spray. So yeah, I'm not currently planning on adding support for that. I guess I'll just leave this as it is. You know what? I think I found something. This is at full brightness, and it really shouldn't be. Like, okay, berries are wet and sloppy and shiny, but holy. Not that much. That didn't change a thing. 224. This isn't changing a thing. I see what the problem is. You are going to be changed globally. There we go, 80%. I can barely tell the difference. Does it exist? I think it does. Make it 70. I think it looks better. It looks a bit more concise. Like, even if you zoom in here, it's not like pure white. Maybe it is. Ow. What about here? Yeah, that's definitely pure white. Although it does kind of fade really quickly. Ish? Ish. This is trying to go for the same thing, but it's more or less succeeding. Just more or less. But I think it's a good opacity now. Well, I'll leave it at this point, and I think I'll cut the stream off now. Go to bed. So thanks for watching. I think K-Man already left. Thanks for watching, Neo. See you guys next time.